financial crisis?
No, that's fine.
Where do you think the responsibility for the current global financial crisis lies?
I think it lies with those with the really anti-tribalism mechanism.
Could you elaborate?
Well, it's the selfishness of those with the responsibility of the economic psyche.
Could you elaborate a little bit more?
Is that not clear?
Well, do you think it lies with the governments or with the banks? Are the bankers to blame? Or do you think it lies with us as consumers? Or maybe even all three? Where do you think the responsibility actually lies?
All three?
Do you think that greed has a role to play in all of this? I mean, if you take, for example, the greedy consumer with their first and second self-certified mortgages from which they withdrew bundles of cash, which they then spent on everything from plasma screen TVs to power boats, from iPhones to little Gucci trainers for their spoilt brats in infant school. I mean, do you think that there's a distinction between that sort of greed and the greed of the greedy bankers with their obsession with bonuses, blowjobs and the champagne lifestyle? I mean, do you think that greed is the root cause of all of this? But, you know, I mean, answer from the heart. Don't let me lead you at all. Hang on, sorry.
Whoa. You right, sweetie? Yeah. Mummy's just talking to the nice lady.
Oh. Okay, all right. Right. Okay, that was my producer. Seems to think that the word greedy is a bit too strong. Has bad connotations for the consumer, marketing people and advertising. 7 deadly sins and all that. All right, well, let me try and rephrase. Okay. Do you think that an insatiable desire for novelty has a part to play?
It's interesting that you should mention novelty, because in evolutionary psychology there's self-regarding behaviour and there's regarding behaviour, which they suit different needs, and there is a tension between that which has deep roots in evolution. Selfish behaviour helps us in situations where we need to adapt quickly, i.e. fight or flight. It can ensure our individual survival. Novelty is adaptive and appeals directly to our self-regarding behaviour. That other regarding behaviours, e.g. of acts of altruism, are absolutely essential as they keep us secure and within the tribe. Safety in numbers. We're social animals. We have deep evolutionary needs to belong. There are basic, most fundamental desires, a duality, and we've come up with an economic system which is too one-sided. It's especially one-sided. It goes against nature, it goes against evolution. It cannot survive. It's doomed, and we're doomed along with it unless we make some rapid and far-reaching changes which recognise the fullness of the human psyche. Basically, we need a banking system that serves the wider interests of the humanity, not selfish interests of the hungry mutants. And it can be done. It's not rocket science. Have a nice day. Come along, Boudica.
Hello, did you drink whiskey?
No, darling. Only Glenfiddich.